It's actually, believe it or not, it's going to look not too bad. Here, how from up here? Does everybody like that angle? Is that good? Okay. It's going to go in 3, 2, 1. So here's the deal, I've got my first Highland Games competition of the year tomorrow. I'm competing in the lightweight 200 and under class. I've been 200 pounds right on the button for about 2 weeks now without even really putting any effort in. I woke up the last couple of days about 202 pounds, same thing today. So I'm not, you know, it's not something I need to like cut weight for, but I think I just kind of changed my diet up. My diet hasn't been great this week. I haven't really paid much attention to it because I figured I was good. So, I mean, it's just 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, something like that I need to drop. So, just to make sure that I'm at weight. I think I'm probably just eating a little too much sodium. I'm retaining too much water. So I'm gonna eat, you know, a normal amount of calories today. I'm not gonna try to starve myself or really cut water or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna reduce the amount of sodium I'm eating because that's about the only thing I can think of when I look back over the past few days. I've just had a couple of higher sodium days. So nothing to freak out about. I'll keep working it. Eat some bland, not so salty food today, just a lot of it, and then be ready to throw, be ready to rock tomorrow morning. Weigh-ins are at 8 a.m.
Ship coming her way, and to Camilla, this was nothing new. It happened almost every day, but something seemed somewhat shifty.
I had a couple of things to do to set up the kids competition that's taking place on Sunday, the CrossFit Kids competition. So while I was in there, I managed to just do a couple of movements. I worked on, obviously, just some mobility just to make sure I'm feeling good and able to move for throwing tomorrow. Some double unders, worked some muscle ups, some bar work also, bar end rings, just to break a sweat, basically. I think the best way to get rid of a tiny bit of unwanted weight like I have right now is just to stay active and eat like a normal person. And I think it's going to take care of itself. I'll get on the scale when I get home. I just had real light, very protein heavy lunch. But again, I'm not stressing about the food situation. I'll eat when I'm hungry. I just think getting out and moving, breaking a sweat, staying active, doing what I do, it's going to get me down to 200 when I wake up, no problems. Okay, afternoon now, top on the scale after throwing session. See where we are. All right, now we're cooking. Now it's time to eat. Up before dawn now. About to hit the road. Get up to Dallas for the competition. Let's check the weight and see where we are.
About this ship, some hazy hellfire round it made her bite her tongue. And she knew that she could see from stem to stern that while it sailed, it never touched the water.
That's what I'm trying to get to. But I hate me out this field. So the idea, guys, is to be a bit different.
Across the starboard and dropped a plank and stumbled aboard, and he was dark and gray, just like the ship that he came from, a battlefield of scars as awards. He seemed 10 feet tall, even though he was 5'11".
shit!
There we go. That's big. That's better. Mark, good job. Beach.
Ow!
Okay.
Hey, that's the kind of board I like.
No, I'm just taking a picture of the picture being taken.
You gotta put beach
Here we go. Here's the picture frame. All right.
Champion.
So the long and short of it is, I was able to come away with a first place finish at the North Texas Kickoff Games this weekend. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm too cool to be excited about it, because I'm very, very happy about it. This is the first games that I truly committed to throwing in the 200 under lightweight class, and I feel like I was right where I needed to be. The two guys, there were 5 guys in the class, but the 2 guys that I was battling with the most, John Dahlin, Jeremy Irvin, they are 2 of the best in the world in this weight class. You know, they're constantly in that top group that's kind of, you know, trading off the lead at the top of the leaderboard, and coming over with a victory with those 2 guys on the field, it feels great. It feels awesome. There's no way that I throw the way that I do without those guys there. They were there pushing me. They were there supporting me, and you know, I was giving it back to them as best I could, trying to support them through. And everybody came up with some throws that none of us were prepared for at this early in the season. So hats off to those guys. I know the next time I meet one of them on the field that there's just as good a chance that they're going to walk away with a first place finish. They're stellar athletes, good guys. It was a lot of fun. I'm really happy with how my body responded. And where I am training-wise, where I am strength and speed-wise. You know, the numbers were good. I had a couple of PRs. I had, you know, I had a PR in the sheaf, which was, I've been fighting a long time to get that. I had a big PR in heavy hammer. I've been fighting a long time to get there. I had an almost 5-foot PR in the heavy hammer. So that was big for me. That shows that there's actually been some progress. I believe I hit a PR in the 42 weight for distance. My buddy Aaron George would get mad at me if I called it the heavyweight for distance, because it weighs 42 pounds. So in the 42 weight for distance, I got a PR. So I'm very happy. A lot of these 2 are PRs that are happening in a much lighter body weight than they happened before. So what that says to me is that in some way, shape, or form, what I'm doing is working. That I'm on the right path, that I've sniffed out a few things that seem to be working for me. Now that being said, the numbers that I put up, although I'm happy with, when it gets time for nationals and worlds later this year, those won't hold up. Those won't even get you a top 5 finish. So I got a lot of work to do. I have a lot of throwing work to do. I saw some problems. You know, my open stone, I choked big time. I have to go back to the drawing board, not completely, but I have to figure out how to stay more balanced when it comes time to go competition speed. I noticed my orbit on my weight for distance is real steep. I'm entering real steep, and I finish, you know, I really finish real low on my release because the orbit's so steep, so I'm not getting enough push out into the sector with both of those throws. And in terms of hammer, I feel like there's big improvements in my hammers. The orbits were big and I'm staying loose, but I'm really not staying on my right side very much. I'm not getting a good right side push, and I feel like there's a lot more there for that. So lots of stuff to work on, which is, you know, the magic of training and throwing, that, you know, you can, you know, there can be 10 things wrong. You can fix maybe 6 of them at a time. So that's just the balance. That's the fun of it. That's the craft. That's the journey. That's why you do whatever, because there's always something to learn. There's always a new thing. There's always a new skill. Now, what's cool is I got a chance the day after I competed to take part in a CrossFit Kids competition that we were hosting at Heroes CrossFit. I helped organize this with our owners, and it was stellar. You know, Heroes knocked it out of the park. We had 3 age groups, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, and 11 to 13, and these kids came to play. This was awesome. The coolest part for me was not just seeing, you know, kids of all age groups and, judging them and helping them and teaching them through and watching them hustle and, you know, just get after it. But the really coolest part was that my 7-year-old son competed in the 5 to 7 group, and he took 2nd place. He's never competed in a CrossFit competition before. Doesn't do CrossFit, hasn't really prepared for that. But he put his head down and he tried hard. He worked hard, had a big smile on his face. I was so proud of that kid. That was the coolest part of my weekend by far. So I feel like by having him there and a lot of these kids showing up and doing this, that their parents are already winning the battle. They've got their kids active, they've got them caring about fitness. All we wanted to do was just give them a place where they could say, hey, there's a community just like you, kids just like you that want to do this stuff and think this is fun. And you give them a chance to compete. Everybody likes to compete. You want to know where you are. You want to know where you compare to your peers. And this was a cool, fairly low-key way for them to get that done. The WODs were hard, they were challenging. It was a great group. The kids and the parents were all cool, so it was something really cool to be a part of. And I'm super proud of my little boy because he just put on a great show and showed a lot of hustle, and I love it. You finished 2nd place in the Little Heroes CrossFit Kids competition today, ages 5 to 7. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? You got chicken wings? Show us what you won.
I won.
Show us your prize.
I won a Z-bar.
You want a Z-bar? And then what else? Oh, a chocolate covered one. Nice.
And Heroes CrossFit water bottle.
Nice. Let me see the top of that thing. Is that like a spray? Is that like a squirting bottle?
And it sprays.
Nice.
It's a spray water bottle.
That's a good prize. And you got a gift card too, right?
And I got a gift card to Pluckers.
To Pluckers. Ooh, Evan's taking us to dinner. I love it. I'm proud of you, buddy. You did really good.